Thank everybody for tuning in today. Tuning in today. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. Welcome back to Matty P's Urban Comedy Podcast. Broadcasting live from TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook simultaneously. And I hope everybody's having a wonderful day today because today's the day. You know, I got good news for myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm kicking it all off, you know what I'm saying? Good news for myself. You know, I got to pat myself on the back today, you know. Woke up this morning, hell of a notifications from YouTube. And yeah, y'all, I have been monetized. I've got the 500 subscribers I needed, y'all. Yes, give me applause. Give me that crown myself. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna pat myself on the back of that. But I can do it without you all, you know what I'm saying? Couldn't get those subscribers without y'all. So thank you very much, y'all. You know, all of my platforms at one time were all popping at one time. You know, I had TikTok at almost 10,000 followers, got Facebook at 16,000. Now I got the YouTube, and I'm going to be monetized on there. But I lost my page on TikTok, so I got about like 200 subscribers. I'm starting all over again. But it don't matter. It don't matter because my voice still going to be heard, and I'm going to keep spitting what I got to spit. Yes, I am. I'm going to keep spitting what I got to spit, you know. Later on in the show, y'all, you know, we always have two parts of the show, y'all. Y'all don't understand. First part is always about politics and race. But we're going to get real. It's about politics and race. That's how I get down. That's how I get down. Second part today, y'all, I want to talk about an issue that really hit me today because I just found out something kind of touched me. One of my partners, I'll tell you what he did. Then we get to the conversation later on. Wife for 34 years. He unalived her and took himself out too. Because the situation was going on with financial issues and things like that. Very sad. It was sad, y'all. It was sad. I'm not gonna lie. It was sad. It was sad, y'all. It was sad. But so we're gonna talk about things like the DV, all that stuff too today, y'all. We're gonna talk about that today. Okay, we're gonna talk about that. You know, it's kind of sad because I've been knowing him since he was 7 years old. You know, and I didn't know this whole time he was putting hands on her because he didn't seem like that. You know, we had a conversation the other day that you never know your friends all the way. And he never gave me that aura that he was a abuser. I did not know this. He hid it from everybody. You know, and it's touching me right now because if I'd have known, I know I could have did something to stop it. But I didn't know. And she never expressed to nobody, not even her family members, until the end. And so, you know, that's how, you know, like I said, you never know friends. I don't care what you say. You're not with your friends 24 hours a day. You never know. And that kind of shocked me to find out that he was abusing his wife the whole time they were married. I did not know it because he was quiet, laid back. We joke and play around. And one thing I said is he never cheated on her. I give him that. He never cheated on her. But for him to go out like that over financial issues and take him with him, he could have did it to himself. She had nothing to do with that. But anyway, y'all, you know, that's the stuff you're going to get on to later on about domestic violence, which I need to really think we need to talk about, and mental health. We really need to talk about today, y'all. And it's a sad situation because I know a lot of people go through these things. A lot of people, especially women, go through physical and mentally abuse. Okay? A lot of women go through that. And a lot of women and men carry that to themselves. They don't want anybody to know because they feel embarrassed. But there's nothing to be embarrassed about. You know, some things you cannot control. You cannot control how a person feels about you. Okay? You cannot control an evil person. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that it's I don't want to sound too insensitive, but I don't understand how she stayed that long with him. That's what I don't understand. If all this going on because he worked 2 jobs, and I'm thinking the kids are grown and gone. I'm trying to figure out what made her stay. What made her stay? And I would never understand that. Maybe because I'm a man and I don't put my hands on a woman, and I'm not a woman, so I don't know the details of how a woman feels about a man that claims to love her because love don't hurt. And that was the ultimate sacrifice she paid, y'all. I mean, like I said, I've been knowing my boy And I'm not gonna say no names, so anybody gonna know who it is. I'm not gonna say no names, but 34 years, and this is what happens. This is what happens, unalived her, and then took himself out. Which I would say, to his family, he was a coward. He was a coward. Love him to death, but to do that is a coward move. Was a coward move. If you want to do something to yourself, that's cool. But should nobody else have to pay the price of what you did, what you're going through, because you cannot handle what's going on. You should have just went on, checked yourself to a mental hospital. Just did that instead of doing what you did. Now, both parents gone, grandparents gone, kids on me, that don't make no sense to me, y'all. And I don't understand, like I said, I don't understand how domestic violence people can deal with that stuff. I can't see myself putting my hands on my wife and I'm claiming I love her. Because to me, I would think the more you put your hands on somebody, the further away they want to get away from you. And that's what I would think. That's what I would think. Because if you put your hands on me, I'm a man. If my wife ever put her hands on me one time, I can't do it no more, because if I forgive her, she's going to do it again. And right there opens the door for domestic violence right there. So no. I would never hit a woman. And I'm not saying it's cool. Anybody that does, to me, is a coward. Because most men that put their hands on them women won't fight a grown man. They will not. They will not fight somebody they know they cannot whoop. They are bullies. And any man that puts his hands on a woman is a coward and a bully. And what's crazy to the fact is that she never shared it. She never reached out. She never reached out. And that is crazy. If a man is putting his hands on you, ladies, please reach out to somebody. Please. Because a restraining order does nothing. A restraining order does nothing, y'all. Nothing. It's just a piece of paper. That's all it is a piece of paper. Because if a person really wants to come at you, they're going to get at you whether they got the piece of paper or not. And that's why I need to let you really understand and realize it. Realize this, ladies. Nothing is worth your life. Nothing is worth your sanity. Okay? Nothing is worth your emotions. That's all you have. Thank you, Forever Blessed. Ladies, if you got a daughter or if you've been through a situation like this before, please let me know, because this is a subject we really have to tackle. Because in my what I believe is that he was mentally ill. He was mentally ill. And he covered it up so good. But she knew he wasn't right. And maybe she thought if she called the police, it'd probably be worse for her. Maybe she got the government involved. She probably thought it'd be worse for her because he's going to get out. Maybe that's her chain of thought. I don't know. I wasn't there. I went in her head. I don't know what he was doing to her. But at this point, I lost all respect for him. Even though I loved him like a brother. But to do that to someone you say you love is absolutely crazy. How can you love someone and now you take them off this earth? For what? Because you could not handle what the fuck was going on. Instead of sitting down with her, talking to her, and try to figure shit out, you take the coward way out. You took out the coward way to unalive yourself and your wife that you said that you loved. That is crazy to me. Love ain't never been that deep for me. If you break up with me, you break up with me. I ain't got no problem with it. It is what it is. But to try to beat somebody into loving you and to stand with you, how the hell does that work? And I know some women figure they can't get out. They don't have a way out. More times, the man controls the money. He takes away your phone. Till you can't go out the house. You can't be with your friends no more. Barely want you talking to your family, which is a form of control. Ladies, listen to me. Listen what I'm telling you. If a man tells you that he loves hard, listen what I'm telling you. If a man tells you he loves hard, That means he's jealous, possessive, and violent. He will put hands on you, ladies. Do not fall for that. Ladies, please. You are worth more than a punching bag. Y'all are worth more than a punching bag. I don't give a damn what race you are, what party you in, none of that shit. Women, do not let these men do this shit to you all. That is a fucking coward's way. A man that loves you, he shows you, not with his damn fist. He shows you with his actions of his heart, the way he moves, the way he treats you, respects you. He can't love you if he's putting hands on you. He can't respect you if he's putting hands on you and calling you out your name. That is, ladies, please, if you know anybody in that situation, please help them get out of that situation, ladies. A man could tell a woman this all day long, but a woman would not listen to a man because what he's doing, she's having trust issues talking to another man about it. But men know how to talk to a woman about this shit. He took her, unalived her, and unalived himself because he couldn't handle the pressure. What type of shit is that? No motherfuckers should be able to do no shit like that. It is women. It is never your fault. I don't give a damn. It ain't right to hit a woman. That's what they say. But I'm gonna be for real now. It's always a reason to hit somebody, but you just don't do it. A man could beat a woman. There are few women that can handle their own against a man. But a man is more stronger than a woman physically. And for this man here to unalive himself and his wife, he'd been putting hands on for years and nobody knew. If I'd have known what happened, I'd have checked his ass to find out what the fuck going on in his head. A lot of y'all fellas right now know y'all got somebody y'all cool with or in your family who's putting his hands on his woman. And if you are not saying nothing, then you are a fucking coward too. You are a fucking coward too. Because no man has the right to tell you what to wear, where to go, who to talk to, when you can see your family, when you can use your phone. He cannot tell you what to do with your paycheck because as a man, he's supposed to take care of that shit on his own. And ladies, please, I know you all know somebody in a situation like that. You may have a brother who's doing it to his wife, a cousin, an uncle. Some of y'all see it firsthand and don't say nothing. It ain't hard to call 911. In my opinion, to the court system, when a domestic violence charge happens, they always take the man away and let him out. I feel that once you see the physical evidence that he's put hands on a woman, if I was a politician, I made it mandatory 50 states, every city in America. If you put your hands on your woman, you will not get out. You will serve a mandatory 1 year sentence off the top. Off the top. Because by then, the woman has time to get her stuff together and get the hell out of there. But these court systems play with women's lives all the damn time, which is unfair. That shows that America does not care for women. A man could put his hands on you, go to jail, get like a $500 bond, y'all, get out the next day, come back and whoop you for calling the police. What type of shit is that? Ladies, that shit ain't cool. That shit is not cool, ladies. And I fear for y'all on that. Because a man puts his hands on you, he's getting out. And when he gets out, he's going to be mad. And his only way to communicate with you and control you is with his fists. That is a coward, ladies. I don't like that shit. I don't understand that shit. That shit repulsive. Because like I said, most of those dudes who jump on their wives and on girlfriends, stuff like that, will not fight a man. They will not fight a fucking man. And most of the time, these women who are like that don't have brothers. And the fathers are not around. So he knows this. And once he knows that you have no real close male relatives that'll come to your rescue, it's a free-for-all. And if his mother knows what he's doing, then she's just as wrong as him because she raised him to be like that. Or he's seen this shit growing up with him, watching his dad do this to his mom. And he thinks that is the right way to communicate, to show somebody you love them. You don't love nobody putting your goddamn fist and all that on them. Knocking somebody's teeth out, blackening their eyes and shit like that. That is not fucking love, y'all. That is not love. That is control. He don't love. If he puts hands on you, lady, let me tell you something. I'm a man that been 159 years. If a man puts hands on you, he does not respect you or love you. He enjoys the convenience of you being there, knowing you'll be there no matter what he does. That's it. He knows you're not going to go anywhere. He knows you are not going to call the police. So he's going to do whatever he wants to you. Hell, he'll even bring a woman into your house while you're there and cheat on you in front of you. That's called control. Ladies, wake up, please, because this shit's getting serious. You can watch the news down there every day about some domestic violence issues going on. Women getting unalived all the time. Guys getting out of jail who they put in jail, coming back to take them out. That is not how it works, ladies. The first time he hits you, you have a right to have 2 sad days in your city. Those 2 sad days would be your trial and his funeral. Let's keep that real, ladies. Let's keep that real. Let me open up this panel, y'all, because this shit got me kind of fucked up mad today. Okay? Got me kind of pissed off. Let's open this panel up. We'll discuss this today, y'all. Let's see who we got up here. I want to hear from a lot of ladies today about this situation. I know a lot of women know some women who are in this situation. Which is a scary thing, y'all. This is a scary situation. How everybody doing today? How everybody doing?
How you doing?
How y'all doing today? Well, y'all. So, my partner was with his wife 34 years. I've been on this dude since I was 7 years old. Never knew the whole time he'd putting hands on his wife. Yeah, I never knew this. So I gotta tell everybody, you don't know your friends like you think you know your friends. He never showed no signs of this. He never showed that he was kind of touched in the head. We always seen normal kicking us, hang out, go games and sit together like that, do our thing. One thing I can't say, he never cheated on. I give him that point. But the point is, out, you don't know your friends. He went through the situation. I ain't gonna put it all the way out there because then some of my friends know what I'm talking about, but because he couldn't handle a situation that they call finances, because he couldn't handle it, he unalived his wife for no fucking reason, and then unalived his damn self. Went out the fucking coward's way. You should have did it to yourself. She had nothing to do with the fuck you going through. Nothing. That's the type of mother say, if I can't have you, nobody will. And in hindsight now, me and a couple of people talking about this shit, we start thinking about shit that he should say the weird shit. But we never tripped off of it, you know what I'm saying? We didn't know he was putting hands on his wife like that. None of that. Every time we'll see her without months without seeing her and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, you know, all the shit came like, go ahead, y'all. Who want to start on the conversation first? Y'all go ahead. Start on off, y'all. Because this issue got to be discussed. Go ahead.
Let's start off. I'm going to say this here. I am a DV person. I have been going through this for like 6 months. I was going through it. He snatched my phone. He wouldn't let me have my phone. I was working. he never showed that side of him till after I moved to another place. You know, once we got to another place, he started acting all weird, and I said, hey, I'm not on that. I'm too sick for all that. That's what I felt pretty good. Then he wants to try to, you know what I'm saying, put his little paws on me. And I had to call the one time came and got him, you know, he was on some rugs and stuff, and I don't even mess with rugs, you know what I'm saying? But he was on the rugs and stuff. And then he calls me from being inside of the clinker, and then he gonna tell me, oh, you need to drop this charge. I said, for what? Well, don't nobody want you. Stop calling my phone. And then I hung up on him, and then I got with the DA and everything. The DA said, well, he in there, he's had prior cases. These prior cases, and I didn't even know nothing about. The prior cases was supposed to give him 5 years off the top with this situation. So he pled it down to a lesser charge because he was already in there doing time for something else that he was running from. So then they said, well, if you can show me that he called you, I showed him. I said, here you go, look at all these phone calls. And they was like, damn, he is possessed, baby. I said, possessed of crazy and all the above, right? In my opinion, TikTok. So what they did was they blocked him from calling me. I moved
Battery low.
where he can find me. That's why I have to stay low because I don't have time for that. Because this time,
battery low.
Not even playing. I have 3 of them in my purse. I carry one in my purse, one in my backpack, and one on my hip.
Good.
Battery low.
Because I will poo that ass.
Well, like I say, you don't know nobody for a year. Everybody hides something for a year from you. And
yeah, he hit that.
And people think I be lying when I say that. People think I lie when I'm saying that.
Oh, you're not. You're not, Maddie, because people do hide things. And it's like, when they hide it, they're so good at hiding it. When it starts to show that possessiveness, I see, when I start seeing that, I was like, look, we got to break up. I can't deal with this. It's too much for me.
Let me hear somebody else, if somebody else got a story to tell, or they know somebody who's been in that situation. How about you, Sam? You know anybody like that, Sam?
I don't know anybody directly, but let me tell you something. First of all, Maddie, you know, this is probably heavy on you if this is your friend.
Yeah.
You know, and I extend my condolences. But I've been saying this for a while that with the way that the economy is right now and the way that people feel like everything is just on their necks. You know, they cannot catch a break. There's no reprieve. There's no minute to breathe. Even folks who you would think are making a lot of money, they're feeling the struggle. I've been saying there's going to be a lot more unaliving happening soon. More of these, we're going to hear more of these. People cannot, you know, first of all, mental health is in the trash. Mix that with people having trouble financially, and you know that's going to create more issues within the marriage and all of that other stuff. That is a recipe for disaster. I'm not saying that, I'm not justifying anything that happened. I'm just saying that, you know, we're cooked as a society right now. We're going to hear more of this.
But I'm trying to figure out why he take her out. If you want to do it to yourself, do it to you. Why would you take her out? She had nothing to do with what the fuck you were going through.
Maddie,
that's what I don't understand.
There. I agree with you there, but here's... yeah, go ahead, Lisa.
Okay, the 21 years since my dad's unalived himself. And you're going to drive yourself crazy thinking about why. Like, you can't do that. You have to accept the fact that you will never know, and there's no way you could have known.
No, it's not point. I'm wondering why. I'm just saying it's figurative sarcastically. Why not just do
And
yourself?
honestly, it could have been something he thought about for a long time, or it could have been something that snapped in his head at the moment.
Well, like I say,
It could have been him saying, but it could have been him thinking, you know, and this is all just us, you know,
speculating,
guessing or whatever. But it could have been him saying, hey, look, I can't take myself out and get myself out of this and leave her here to drown in debt. Leave her here to figure things out. Leave her here to, you know, to deal with picking up with the grief and everything that comes after this. So it may seem selfish, but maybe he was saying like, hey, you know what? Let me get both of us out of this. It sounds silly when I say it, but you know,
I know people think like that. People think like that. You know what I'm saying? This is great. Let me Crave up here, Lisa. I'm coming to you next. This new person up here. Come on up, Crave. Crave. Come on up. What's up?
Hey, I'm here, sir. Thanks for letting me come up. Yeah, from a man's perspective, and you're right, sir. You know, I was taught as a young man, you don't beat on women, you don't hit on women. Everybody might have an argument or two, but it's not your right to put a hands on a woman, and a woman should put her hands on you also. But like the young lady said,
we don't really know what was going on in his head, for real. You got Craig? Hello?
Soul of her. That's why a lot of men do it. And just like you said, brother, he wouldn't fight a man. He wouldn't fight a man, but he feel like he can just push a woman around and there's no retaliation, nothing's going to happen to him because it's like, don't call the cops, you know, because she don't want him to go to jail. She don't want him to be hurt. He's hurting her and he's hurting the kids. I mean, the kids to see that happening to their mother, that's traumatic. And that is very traumatic for kids to see that happening to their mother, and not just to their mother, if they try to step in, especially if you got some young men, they supposed to step up, and then boom, he might hurt him and retaliate against him. So it's just not good. It's not right. And okay, and my bad, bro. And before, I'm sorry about that. And before, you know, like I said, you have to think. I've gotten angry. I was married. I've gotten angry, but I never like did all that, man. So you know, it's it's not good. It's not right. And women, and in my opinion, all women are too beautiful and too, you know, they're too beautiful to be hitting on and messing up their faces and messing up their bodies. And this shit shouldn't happen, man. If you got to do all that, bro, just leave.
And it takes a toll on them mentally. It takes a toll on the woman mentally too, because then when she finally gets away from this motherfucker, now she got trust issues with every other man that comes along in her life.
Every other man. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes these men, she can get in another relationship and it's going good, and then here he comes trying to, you know, get up on the dude, and the dude, well, I'm gonna protect my woman, and then there you go. You know what I'm saying? He'd have met his match. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, I happen to come around, I'm gonna start following you, man. You know, you have a good content. I don't know if you talk about this kind of stuff every day. I'm gonna start following you because I like to talk to people or hear people that's not yelling and it's all this crazy stuff. But it's a good subject, man. Very good subject. And thanks for letting me come up. I'm about to end my day at work and I'm gonna land my plane. Man. I appreciate you. I'm gonna start following you right now, sir. Thank you.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Come on, Lisa. What you gonna say, Lisa? Then I get forever blessed and Mac.
Okay. For the first 23 years of my life, I thought that was how life is supposed to be.
Damn.
I was raised that way. I saw it. That's what I lived with. That's what I dealt with my ex-husband.
Did you see that growing up, though?
That wasn't normal.
Did you see that growing up?
Yeah.
Damn.
Everywhere. And that was normal. That's what I thought love was.
Damn.
It took me a long time to realize it wasn't, and I'm still messed up over it. And Michael has to pay for that, and I don't like the fact that he pays for that.
Yeah, because you bring that into your new relationship. You do.
Exactly, and
that ain't right.
Even after 10 years of being with him, he still suffers because of this man. Now, it took me over 10 years to get a lifetime protection order. My kids turned teenagers and they wanted to start dealing with him. That's when I went and bought my pew because no, you're not coming around me without no protection.
Okay.
But whenever the SWAT would come to the house and pick him up after putting his hands on me, not even 20 minutes later, he's walking back around the corner to the house. I didn't understand it.
A piece of paper doesn't stop. If someone really wants to get you, what the fuck a piece of paper gonna do?
Like they picked him up in the house, brought him to the jail, and just let him go walking right after they open the door.
That's what I'm saying. I'm disappointed in the judicial system. These women get abused, get the police calling them. They may do 3 days in jail. Some get out on their own recognizance to go back home. In certain cases, I seen one today where this guy was stalking his ex-wife. She moved to a whole nother city. He lived in Maryland. She moved to
I tried all that.
yeah, she moved wait. What I'm saying, she moved to Georgia. Somehow he found out wait, Lisa. How he got her information where she was. Did you know that there's a site on the internet where you can pay to find out a person's social security number, where they live at, and all this shit? Did you know you could pay for this shit?
Yeah.
And that shit, now that shit right there fucks me up. Luckily they caught the guy because he had been texting her. He could call, so he go to her Gmail, which I said to myself, why didn't she just change her Gmail account? But anyway, but he ended up in her parking lot, and she's in a gated community. She has a whole man now, and she was pregnant. When the police came up there and found he was in the truck, the boy had a long one, a small one, and a poker, a Rambo. He had a Rambo poker. He was laying in there, y'all, because he was intent on doing something, and that's why I fault the judicial system right there, because they let women down too damn much. Women don't get a fair shake when it comes to shit like that. She moved away, and this motherfucker still fucking found her. Said he gonna do something to a new man too. So to me, y'all, that is some bullshit. Judicial system, especially women, need to start fighting the judicial system when it comes to domestic violence. Lock his ass up for a fucking year or two. If he draws any injury that you can see visible and feel hurt up, give him 5 years off the top. Domestic violence, in my opinion, if I was a politician, would be, I don't care. Automatic 5 years, no probation, no diversion, no anger management. You can do all that shit in the penitentiary. That's the way I feel about it.
You know why I finally left? It wasn't scared for myself. It was, I had 2 babies, and the day that he almost unalived me, my kids were right there on the bed. And when I woke up on that floor, the first thought in my head is, if I didn't make it, what would have happened to my boy? That's what scared me enough to leave.
Yeah, that was. Let me get Feather Bless up here. Come on, Feather Bless. Then I'm gonna get Miss Essence up here.
Man, this been happening a lot here in New York. A lot of guys been unaliving their girlfriends in here.
Damn.
It's like every week you hear something about it.
And which is sad. Because
but it goes both ways too now. Not only, it could be DV with your parents.
Yeah.
And that has been going up. I've been seeing a lot of that in the news lately too.
Well, I know shit like that, it really irks the fuck out of me because I can't stand to see a man put his hands on. If my son put the hands on a goddamn girlfriend, they gonna have a motherfucking problem with me. Because you didn't grow up seeing no shit like that, so where the fuck did you get it from? That would be my whole issue. I can't stand a man hits a woman. Now call Miss Essence. Her name is Essence. What's her name? Essence?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How you doing, Miss Essence? Can't hear you.
Then how are you all doing?
We're doing that. You hear the conversation we're talking about? What is your input on that? Have you lived a situation like that? Have you seen it?
First of all, he would be buried.
Okay.
I'm trying to
Okay. Have you ever dealt with a situation like that or know someone who has?
I am a nice looking woman. I seem to be one who is very nice looking, being nice to people, but I will tear your ass up real quick.
Well, you should, because I feel the right that no man has the right to. It amazes me how I don't tell my wife what to wear, what she can't wear.
Oh no. I'm telling you, I have things that will put you in the ground today.
As you
She's
should.
a vet. She's a vet, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
She's a vet.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? As she should, like me. Yeah, as she should. As she should.
Hey, brother, let me, can I step on for 1 second? Just 1 second. Let me explain something to you. When a woman, I don't care what my woman wears. Let me tell you why I don't care what my woman wears. All I ask for her to do is one thing. Remember, you represent me. That's it. You wear whatever you want.
Well, see, I don't got to worry about that fact of my woman because my woman knows what I'm saying. Though my woman has never been a dress provocative ever. My woman likes it. My woman don't even wear stretch pants around the house with me. Just me and her in the house. She don't do it. I'm like, why? She just don't do it. And I don't understand why.
It's a respect thing, bro.
You know, it just that I feel that, like I told to my homeboy, I never seen no traits of this out in this man. Never seen no traits of him being like this. Come find he was doing it to his wife the whole time, 34 years. And then unalive her, then unalive himself. And he showed, I say it's a mental illness. It's got to be mental. It has to be. Because I've known guys since I was 7 years old. I never ever seen none of these traits in him. So it kind of took me by surprise when somebody said that. And I found out, like, what? And so I'm trying to say, y'all, you can hide anything from anybody. That's real talk. You can, like, I had a conversation, I don't know who it was, somebody didn't know their friend. You don't know your friends because you're not around them 24/7. You don't know what happens behind the closed doors. Just situation I'm talking about now. When they were together, they always seemed lovey-dovey, happy and everything, and she never showed no sign that she was scared. None of this. None of this. But what they are different people, like I tell everyone, from the outside person you know, is probably different from the inside person. Because, thank you, because behind those closed doors, we don't know what the fuck goes on because they do not show it. And as I always tell women, as traits, you know if a man is possessive, if he's violent, if he's jealous, men have traits. The first time you know, ladies, if a man is possessive, when say if one of your male friends call you, you've been knowing them since 3rd grade, ain't none of your type. Who was that? Oh, this is my friend. What's his name? Where do you know him from? How long? See, he all in your business right now. That ought to tell you something right there, ladies. That ought to tell you something right there. That man is crazy. Okay? Another thing is, say y'all out and about, you're on a nice day, and you just have to glance at somebody. He won't say nothing at the time. He ain't gonna say nothing. But when you get home or in that car, he's gonna ask you, why you look at that dude like that? You like, what dude? Such dude. You're like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Which you really don't. Because you just glance at somebody. Right there, they'll tell you, ladies. He will put hands on you. Okay? He will put hands on you. And the third thing to let you know about if a man is crazy, possessive, or jealous, and violent.
But hold on. He won't put hands on you. You know, you'll pop him.
Well, no. I'm just talking about in general, Miss Essence, Miss Essential. Just in general. I'm just trying to give women game on how to see red flags. You know what I'm trying to say? How to notice red flags in men. See, I've been a man 59 years, and I don't think none of you women have been men before.
Red flags too.
Huh?
He knows whether or not we will pop them.
Yeah. But you taking that context. I'm just trying to explain people who don't have that mentality like you and certain other women on here. This is for them. This is for them. If you already know the game, you are a vet, so you know you're like me. We're trained to observe, notice, and understand what's going on. Our surroundings. We are trained for that. A lot of women are not trained for that. We're trained to understand body language, the way a person speaks, the way how they sit. When you're talking to somebody and they're sitting like this, you know they're being defensive right there. They stand off. They're being defensive. When you talk to somebody just like this, looking at you, they're not really hearing what you're trying to say. They're trying to counteract you and make you look stupid. When they sit like this, they're pondering thoughts or the next thing they're going to say or do.
They already know what they're about to do.
But see, yes, but they are. But the women don't know. See that? I don't know. You throwing it on track. What I'm trying to say.
Sometimes the women are the ones doing that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but all women. What I'm trying to say is that women need to know these things. Women need to know these things. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not that. Of course, you're not going to let nobody do that to you, and I applaud you for that. I know a lot of women up here are not going to let that neither. But the point is, think. Why don't you educate the women who don't know how to know these signs?
Well, you teaching them right now.
Yeah, but every time I say something, you say, I'm going to pop them. And I'm going to pop them. I can't teach them when you keep doing that because what if they don't got none of that? They ain't got the heart to do that. It's a difference between okay, well, come do it right quick. Explain to the women and give the women some signs then right quick for me. And I'm asking you for real. Tell the women some signs of things. As a woman, how you notice things.
You said all the signs that need to be said. Because ain't no dude coming on me a certain kind of way. I'd just be like, hey, back off, player. You don't want this smoke.
But see, a lot of women don't have it in them to do that. Because like Lisa said, she grew up like that, so she thought that was right.
And you still schooling me on stuff that I knew about.
So you're saying I should teach classes
on
when women should take dudes out?
Yes, self-defense classes, reading the room.
Because we're not talking about self-defense. I'm telling you, when you take them out.
You got to read how to read the room, how to read body language, how to read what he's saying, but what he's really saying.
I'm not going to jail because I told all these women, shoot him right now.
Can't say that. Say pop his ass.
You cannot say that. I will get kicked off the line.
Say pop his ass. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. But I understand what you're saying, though. I understand what you're saying, but sometimes we got to learn to teach everybody. Everybody has room to learn. Everybody does, even men.
But should I be the one teaching them?
Yes, because anybody can teach somebody something. Everybody don't know everything, and the little part you may know may help them out.
I think most women know the time that they should.
Not all. Not
all.
Most women don't know the signs.
Let me say this here. Most women don't know the signs, ma'am. And I'm going to just keep it real and 100. It could be a 19-year-old young lady. It could be a 20-year-old
a 16-year-old girl.
Lady.
16.
Some of them don't know the signs.
I'm supposed to say, hey, yeah, get him right now.
Okay. Well, Ralph. Hey, Ralph, you got anything to say on this, Ralph?
Can I say something real quick, please?
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, brother.
Go ahead. Oh, yeah. What the lady just said about the 16-year-old, that I live in Texas, and that just happened out here in Odessa, Texas.
Damn.
A kid, he was 15, and then the girl was like 16, they around the same age. So he didn't go get her. He went to her house and unalived her mother, her brother, and her sister. Didn't touch the girl. I didn't read the rest if he did anything to himself. But just like she was just saying, a lot of the youngsters, they doing that too, because those young guys don't know how to handle a female, especially if they're having smacks. And then they want to try to control them.
Yes.
Right, and they do that. So yeah, it happened on Odessa like just over the weekend, I think. And so he didn't even touch the girl. He went to her house and unalived the whole entire family.
Who didn't have shit to do with it.
So right. And he should have been trying to do that to her. They broke up or something like that. So like the lady just said, it goes from 16 to 66. You know what I'm saying? So it don't just start when you become an adult with kids. It starts at a very early age. And that's not good. Like I say, and that kid might have been in a situation where he saw his dad do that to his mother.
Thank you.
Or saw somebody do that to another female, and he think that's the right thing to do. But he took it way too far. I mean, he went in and ruined his life, her life.
What point do you think a woman should teach a young woman to do that?
As soon as she's
Start
of
dating.
age and she understands, because boys are going to be interested and girls are going to be interested. Do not let anybody put their hands on you. I mean, as a dad, that's what I said. You don't do that, because I will hunt you down, brother.
Yes.
You know, I'm an ex-fed also, so I will hunt you down. I don't play that. I will find you. I will find you.
Well, let me say this.
And let me say one more thing. And like you just said, if they know that the female does not have a significant male in their life, they really gonna go crazy then.
That's what I told him. I just told him that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I'm saying, yeah, you just said that. So yeah, it's difficult, man. It's difficult and it's scary for everybody.
Not even that. If their family lives far away, because you know what it is in Texas. So 10 minutes away is about 30 miles away.
Right. Yeah,
okay. So with that being said, the young man that I was dealing with, his mama lived about 30 miles away from us, but you go tell her something, she don't even try to teach her son nothing. So when I had to headbutt him, I wasn't playing. Don't put your hands on me. I'm too damn old for that.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And he know my brother was locked inside. He know I got two other brothers that was unalive. He know my family on the outside. And he know it took him too long to get there, but my homeboy rolled up. You know what I'm saying? I called my homeboy that I've been knowing for 12 years. When I called him, he rolled up, and homeboy didn't know what to do with himself. He was afraid at that point.
Exactly. They're cowards and bullies.
There was another man he had to confront.
Yes,
he's not going to. A man he had to confront. Now it's some women out here that'll put some hurt on you now.
If I said it's still women that will hurt you.
They don't remember that movie back in the day, the Burning Bed. That movie still sticks in my head. I'm sticking too. You know.
Let me say this to you. I'm not afraid to fight, but if you catch me when I'm sick, I'm defenseless. And that's what he'll do. He wait till I get sick, and then he want to try to put his hands on me. Then when one morning I got up, he had his hand around my neck. I said, man, if you don't knock this crap off, I had to go to the hospital to get a heart cath. So they cut you on your right side of your groin area to get to your main artery. He beat me in that area. I had bruises all over my body from them poking and doing what they did to me. I came home by my godfather from the church. He was, hitting the sauce a little bit, and he went to tripping on me the next day. I just got out the hospital. I'm defenseless. I ain't got no strength.
Damn,
so he started doing this mess, and I just took my feet, both of my feet. I took my left leg, I kicked him in his stomach. I took my right leg, the same side they did the surgery on, I pressed down on it, and I roundhoused him upside his head. He went flying into the wall. And then when I tried to get out the bed, I couldn't get out. And then my daughter came, my oldest daughter. She a little bit, my daughters are like 5'5" and 5'1". They're little, but what they did was they got in there and they started to help me. And I had to just go ahead on and call one time and get him on in the clinker. They gave him 1 year when he should have been having 5 years for priors, which they don't do that here. They let them get off on the smallest charge as possible out here. Once they did that, I changed all my locations, everything. We changed everything from Facebook, and the attorney general is involved. So once the attorney general get involved, you do one thing towards that woman. Once you get the attorney general involved, you're going back. You will go back. If you even breathe on her.
Let me take some surrounded. Juju, man, we ain't talking about no motherfucking Trump or nothing today. We talking about some serious shit about domestic violence and shit, which I'm capable that you have been doing to your wife. So get the fuck off of here, okay? Get the fuck off of that bullshit.
Gone. Don't worry about it. He gone.
Okay. Go ahead, Ralph. Go ahead, Ralph. Because Ralph is gonna say something. Go ahead, Ralph. Ralph, there you go.
Yeah. No. Hey. So yeah, I can agree with a little bit of everything that everybody said. Just a little bit of everything. But I lean harder to Samantha. A lot of situations are different.
Yeah.
And you can't say no what you would never do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
wait a minute. I say one thing I can never do.
Men do the same thing.
I never put a penis in my mouth. I can say that never. Okay, go ahead.
Nah.
I can say that.
But
yeah,
right. But what I'm saying is that the same thing we're talking about these women, You need to teach to your young black male, whoever, white, whoever, your boys. A lot of young men are being abused by these women.
Yeah.
And they just don't do nothing because you know what they were taught? Don't you put your hands on no woman. Don't you put your hands on me.
Nobody.
I'm gonna put my fucking hands on you. Don't nobody touch nobody. That's what should be taught.
Yes. Yes.
Because I know abuse. And I'm like, Lisa, I grew up in that shit. It was normal for me.
Good thing you take on them traits.
This is why I get triggered quick by bullshit. It's a defense thing for me. Me and Sharonda had this conversation on my live when she first opened up about her being hurt by what she's telling y'all right now. I don't like that bullshit.
Me neither. Me neither.
You know what I mean? Because you know how it feels as a young boy to wake up to see a motherfucker trying to unalive your mama in the sink, holding her head under the motherfucking water. I deal with trauma all day, but I don't talk about it. And I know a lot of women don't talk about it. They smile and they laugh and they act like everything's good, but that lady is dying inside.
Yeah.
She's hurting inside every day.
Yeah. That's what I said. You carry that shit a long time.
This topic is you're absolutely right. It's a good topic, but you have to tread lightly, and you can't make it be one-sided. And I know that ain't what you're doing, but we just never know what people go through in their life, man. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, we never know what's going, because like a lot of us, some people can't handle certain situations. Okay, of course, there's a lot of women like the lady who drove all the way across country, wore a diaper, so she wouldn't have to stop. So she used the bathroom on herself to go unalive her ex-boyfriend and his new girlfriend. She drove across country to do this. They had another lady.
One ship. Wasn't she an astronaut or something like that?
Yeah, she was making money. She was making good money.
She was an astronaut, I think it was. Yeah.
And she lived in Florida. Now, crazies always come to Florida. They live here somewhere. You got find a crazy bitch in Florida anywhere.
Yeah. But the point is, it don't matter your financial status, your job you have, the color you are, party you in. DV happens all the time. All the time. All the time. And the worst DV that I think you can do is when you put hands on your mother and father. That is the worst form of DV ever. Go ahead, Keith.
Well, first of all, how everybody doing?
We go.
Second of all, I'm just catching up. I guess y'all talking about you say DV. I guess you can't use them words on
domestic violence. Domestic violence.
Yeah. You said DV, so I'm thinking you can't use the word.
No. It's just what the courts use, called a DV. You know, courts say DV. You know, because I never had a DV charge. So,
you know, most of us grew up in households where that took place at. You see, and for me, I never liked seeing someone put their hands on my mom. I never saw my grandfather put his hands on my grandmother. You see, but I know I grew up in that same type of situation. I had issues. Me and my daughter's mom used to get into altercations. That's why I stopped messing with her. You know, it's not good for the kids. I used to try to tell her, what we showing is that it's cool for a man to put hands on a girl and vice versa. And that's not cool. That ain't what you want to teach your kids. You know, me and my wife ain't never had that issue with each other. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so like we was kind of talking on your last live a little bit about it. If you in that situation, get out of it as quick as possible so you don't have to end up pew-pewing nobody.
Because what it's doing,
you see what I'm saying?
The topic was this, Keith.
The longer you in it,
the topic was that my homeboy I've been knowing since I was 7 years old, just found this out today. He unalived his wife and himself because he couldn't handle a situation that was going on in his life. Come to find out, he had been putting hands on his wife the whole time, but And I've known dude 7 years old. A whole lot, all my partners, we've known each other. We 7, 8 years old, so we still hang out together. And none of us seen this in him because he never exuded that he was beating his wife. It never showed. It never showed.
Was that the situation that was on the news not too long ago?
Yep, I just found out today who it was.
The other dude, I don't know which dude you know, but one of the dudes I know, Greenlee, I know him, and he was set up in that situation. I heard that was an ugly thing, man, and it had something to do with, it's a whole lot to that story from what I heard.
Yeah, I just really found out who it was today.
That the husband unalived the wife.
And himself. And himself. Because he could handle the situation.
See, we might be talking two different.
I think we is.
Because
this one happened here. This one happened in St. Charles.
This happened in the city.
Okay, now we talk to the people.
Down in St. Louis City.
Yeah.
Them two different ones. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, and so like I told him, you don't know people because he never exuded that thing, never seen it in him. And she never told nobody about what was going on in the household. You know, every time we would see them together, they'd be happy, go lucky and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? But they were happy outside, like I told everybody. You don't know what goes on in somebody's house. Okay? And for him to do that, I still think it has to be mental. He had to have a mental problem. You know, he never said nothing way out the ordinary would make you think like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I give him one thing, he never cheated on that woman, though, but I don't know what made him do that. And the situation could have been easily handled, y'all. I'm just going to tell you what happened. I'm just going to tell you what made him snap. He lost his fucking job. A federal worker. He lost his job. He was going in debt badly. When Trump first found them people, he was one of them people. This been what was going on like over a year, right? Almost a year. Am I right or wrong? About a year, right? About 8, 9 months ago. And for some reason, he just snapped. For no reason. A situation that could have been handled easily. You know, go find another job. I don't know what's going on in his head. Maybe he felt that he couldn't do it no more.
I'm telling you,
because we don't know what goes on nobody's head. We don't know what goes on anybody's head. We don't know.
Bro, I not to cut you off. My stepfather committed suicide, man. And in the house with all us in there, real talk. He could have did everyone in that house. You don't know what they going through in their head, man. Same situation, similar to what you saying. He lost his job. You see, dealing with the stuff that he went through in Vietnam. You see, come back to St. Louis and over there on the Academy and Page doing their thing. You know that set was wild.
Yeah, I just passed the other day.
You see what I'm saying?
And still doing it today.
One day, man, he didn't want my mom to work. And my mom was trying to go to work, and he got pissed. The big argument, he went in the back room and did himself, bro.
Damn.
That's sad.
You don't know what they going through, man.
You know what, Keith? I like the fact that you keep repeating. You never know what people are going through. People are very judgmental. People are quick. Oh, I would have never did no shit like that. You don't know what's going on in somebody's head. You know what I mean? Hold on, Keith. Let me say this real quick. Go ahead. And sometimes, you know, when a man feel like he's a good man to a woman, is when he could take care and pay all the bills.
Yes.
Cause that's what they tell him. Oh, I got a good man. I got a good man. I ain't good because I can't pay all these fucking bills, ma'am. I'm still a good person.
Well, Ralph, he was a good man, but he's still unalived. Ralph, he was a good man, take all the bills. He's still unalived.
You're good.
He unalived still, so he don't make.
But no, listen what I'm saying. And that probably was a breaking point, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I'm saying? That we grow up like that as boys.
Yeah.
Take care of your family.
And-
Take care of
and
your
what
family.
you
Take care of
saying
this.
is
Take care of
true.
that. And then when
Ralph,
you
what
can't
you
do it
saying
no
is
more.
true.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
And then,
that was
Go
one
ahead.
thing with him. He took care of everything,
He,
man.
felt, he probably
I'm
felt less than a
telling
man. He maybe felt less than a
It
man
wasn't
now.
nothing
Of course
that
he did.
I'm telling you.
Right. And that's pressure, man. But you know what I learned? But you know what I learned by good women and decent women that I grew up around? They'll tell you, baby, we're going to figure this shit out. That's what a good woman is. In my point of view.
And I felt maybe they'd
Some
talked about
motherfuckers
it.
will leave your ass, boy. If you can't keep doing what you're doing, she'll leave you.
I say this to you, Ralph. As
Go
me
ahead,
being
talk
a
to me.
woman, you're 100% right. Do you know I had a man that was paying all my bills, doing everything, and when he lost his job, we took care of him. We took care of him, and you know what? He cried. He said, I feel less than a man to lay here knowing that you and your daughter is busting y'all behinds at work to take care of me. I paid his truck payment. I paid my car payment. I paid the rent. My daughter helped me pay the bills. And to this very day, we're not together, but you know what he does? He does call, and he will send me money. And he'll send a note with it and say, I thank you for that help you and your daughter has done.
You know, I'm gonna tell you.
What them listen to? Oh, go ahead, King.
Real talk.
Medusa coming up next. Then I'm gonna get Lena.
A lot of men, when we say in cars by ourselves, I'm telling you, them are the most emotional times for a man because there's so much shit running through his head. You see, and for not to have somebody there with you that's supportive,
That shit hurts.
Always more so, it hurts. It hurts. And I'm telling you, if a man will drive and cry.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you will not know. You will
and
never
a lot
know.
of women don't. A lot of women never get to see that side of us.
Get to see it,
boy.
No.
And me, you, and Maddie might talk about it, but most people don't see that side. They just think we always just rough. No, man, we got a side to us, man.
Men have a sensitive side. Men have a very sensitive side, y'all. Let me get Lisa say something. I'm get Medusa. Lisa wanted to say something. Medusa, you come up next, and I'm gonna get Lena.
No, that was Sharanda and Samantha that wanted to say something.
Okay, Medusa, come on up, Medusa. Let me get her first because she ain't been up yet.
No, after me, Samantha wanted to say something when after I had finished.
Okay, come on, Samantha.
Ahead, Samantha.
I can get Medusa.
It's okay. I can go after Medusa. I know she's been waiting.
Come on, Medusa. I'm mute your mic.
Hey, how y'all doing this evening?
How you doing?
I'm glad you're not up here raising my blood pressure tonight. Wonderful.
Okay.
I was just about to say she's about to come in hot.
That's what he likes to do. No, because you know what you do up here, Maddie.
Well, we talking about serious issues today, because my like I said, my partner.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
It is terrible what's going on right now. It really is.
So what's your take on that on DV?
It's something that definitely is a crisis. I think it got worse after C-19, like people were at their houses, they didn't have nowhere to go. The DV spiked up and it didn't go back down. It's just been as bad as it was when it increased. And it just shows you how the country is being affected by this government. People are stressed out. They can't pay their bills.
That was Sam just said. It's going to be probably more. That was Samantha just said.
Absolutely. I agree. Now, I just think that maybe I have some radical views, but I'm not going to talk about it right now. I'm just going to say I think that there needs to be more awareness. There needs to be more programs, especially intervention programs, So when they get there, if they do have to take somebody to jail, there needs to be a social worker there immediately, not necessarily to investigate, to take the kids or anything, but to provide those immediate resources.
No. When they go to jail, Medusa, lock their ass up, Medusa.
Stuff like that. No, let me finish, because that way those women have a better likelihood to
leave those situations instead of being forced to go back. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times DV is a repeat thing, just like that. Your friend that unlived himself and his wife. It was a history of DV, right? And so if we have people to intervene immediately, it will reduce the chance that that person will go back to be victimized. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Because that's not happening. These women have no resources. They have nowhere to go, nowhere to turn. They end up back in those situations, and then they end up unalived.
Well, he showed no signs. What I'm trying to say, he showed no signs, and she never reported it. He was doing the whole time, and I still blame the judicial system for this. I don't give a damn if you hit your woman. You should not be able to get out on no bail or nothing, because how many stories have y'all heard of women getting their boyfriend locked up? He gets out of jail, and then what happens? Come on, Lynn.
Comes back.
That's right.
Come back.
And unalive them.
Right.
Yeah.
Straight in order. It don't even work.
A piece of paper ain't gonna stop shit.
When they violate them, nothing happens.
I'll get you in a minute, Monique. Lynn, come on, Lynn. What's going on?
Hello, everybody. I just came in. I'm not sure what's going on.
We're talking about the DV violence and stuff. I'm talking about my partner. He couldn't deal with the situation. He unalived himself and his wife. Come to find out, he was putting hands on her the whole fucking time. Nobody knew. Nobody knew it. He didn't tell nobody. Wow. He didn't act like it. I was trying to find out any women had been through this type of shit before. If I was really trying to find out.
Well, my first marriage was abusive.
I didn't want to say it, y'all, but I knew about it. I just want to say, I let her tell it. I knew about it.
Yeah, it was very abusive. I mean, I couldn't eat at a certain time. I couldn't drink at a certain time. He would come home and just jump on me all the time. So I just waited till he went out to sea, and I left and never looked back.
Excuse me, Maddie, can you drop me down so we can let up Monique? I'll get in the comments and work the comments.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
I got it.
Oh, you got it? Okay, well, rap. Okay, whoever got it. I got some moderators up here. I'm cool.
Go ahead, that, from him doing that to me, I'm kind of afraid to get it in a committed relationship.
You carry that baggage with you.
Well, I mean, I'm afraid. Because I never did anything wrong. I mean, he would come in and just start jumping on me.
Well, then when we were young, though, did I ever scare you like that?
No.
Okay, let everybody know I wasn't like that. Okay, everybody want to know how I know Aileen. 85, maybe 90, but 94, 95, we was together. Put it like that, y'all. We was together, okay?
Nobody even asked.
But now everybody keeps saying, no. I'm making sure when I said I knew about it. No. When I said, but I like, listen. When Lean come up, and we be talking about my mother and stuff like that, and I know people like, but yeah, we did our thing. We was young, you know what I'm saying? And we talk about it all the time, but still, she about to. I never cursed her out. I never put hands on her. I never disrespected her. Nothing. I don't believe in none of that shit. As a matter of fact, we never got an argument. It was crazy. We never got an argument. It was crazy. Loud I am. But yeah, the situation was talking about when she, huh? No,
we meet on MySpace.
No.
I remember how we met.
Black Planet.
No. If I tell you where we met at, it's kind of ironic that we're talking about this conversation right now, where I met her at. I met her in Christian Northeast Hospital. She was in ER, and I was in ER. That's how we met. Okay. Wasn't no DV involved. It's just that's how we met. Yeah, no, that's how we met. But I'm thinking that I'm still saying the judicial system lets women down too much for me.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this, Maddie. When his commander found out that he had jumped on me and stuff, they took stripes from him.
Yes. And they moved his face.
And he will tell you this day that I was the cause of him not
making
in his career.
Mm-hmm.
But he had nothing to do with it, but put hands on it, but had nothing to do with it.
That's quick.
Yeah, that's been
quick
over.
To say that.
Victimized.
And I haven't.
Oh yeah.
I haven't been married.
No accountability. No accountability.
What say, Lee? Go ahead, Lee. Finish what you're saying.
I mean, I haven't been married since. My relationships, they off and on. And I just, at a point in my life right now, I don't even really want to be bothered. Because
you scared to get deep with it.
I am. And when I find myself getting deep, I run.
Yeah. Men do the same thing.
What they call it? What they call it? Self. What they call it? What they call it?
Sabotage.
Yeah, self-sabotage. Yeah, self-sabotage. Yeah, and you can't blame him.
Yeah.
You can't. Like I'm saying, it's like if a man is with a woman, and women understand this, and every day he got to come home to work to her complain about this, that, and the other. That's just like that's abuse. That's just verbal abuse.
That is abuse.
Men don't want to come home.
Why it's called mental abuse.
Yes. Like Keith said.
And that's so true because the mental abuse hurt worse than the physical.
The physical can heal. The physical can heal.
Absolutely correct.
Physical can heal.
Damn right.
You know,
motherfucker knock my head off so we can get it over with. But that mental shit, it plays in your head. It replays and it replays.
And it's trauma.
Wow.
It's trauma.
Yeah. It is
He told me that I was ugly and that I was fat and nobody wanted me. And that sticks.
That's emotional abuse.
Yeah.
Mental abuse and emotional abuse are different, but when you combine those two, it can traumatize people.
It does.
And that's why they have the term. That's why they have the term CPTSD, not just PTSD, but CPTSD, because that is complex post-traumatic stress disorder. And basically what that means is that there are things that are outside the normal spectrum of PTSD, right? Not booms or crashes or pew-pews or things like that, right? But now it's maybe doors or drawers slamming or people screaming or, a baby crying.
Being around a lot of loud people.
Right.
Because I have PTSD.
Yes.
I can't be in an elevator with more than 3 people.
People don't even realize they have that.
Yeah. I know I do.
Yeah, I can't be around a lot of people.
In confined space, I can't do it because I was in prison and I seen these Mexicans walk up. It was just me and this other brother standing in line, take a shower, and these Mexicans going at each other. And these 3 Mexicans walked from one end of the chair, and another 3 came from the other end of the chair, had a towel over their arms, had their boots on. I'm like, oh shit. And me and my partner looked at each other. We like, man.
On boots.
Yeah. And then we had the boots on, coming through the shower to take a shower in your boots. We knew something was up. And then they just started hitting the Mexicans in front of us, side of us. Me and my boy, we jumped back up in the shower. We scared, we thinking they gonna come for us next. So we didn't see what's going on. And they look at us and they just walked the fuck off. And from that day on, I do not like being in no confined spaces because it triggers me. I just don't show it. But if I'm in an elevator more than 2 or 3 people, I get to looking around, trying to plan my escape. I'm looking at their hands and shit, which is fucked up. I'm looking at everything they do. Because that shit traumatized me. Hold on, let me go, y'all. Let me get Craig on. He's been in a minute. Go ahead, Craig. I'm going to get Lisa. Come on, Craig. Craig, mute your mic. There you go. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm just listening. I'm just listening right now, man. Listening to everybody's perspective, and people who are telling their truth, and they're coming on here saying that what they went through, and it's real, man. It's real, and I agree with a lot of what I've been hearing. Because sometimes, when a person has a long day at work, if it's a man or a woman, you don't want to, as soon as you walk through the door, get jumped on about this, and other. So yeah, it's mental also. Because like you said, you can see somebody with the biggest smile and looking all good, but you don't know what they're going through. We're all going through something. Some people more than others, and some of us can handle it better.
Yeah.
I mean, being in the military taught me a lot of things, about, because
discipline.
Especially using combat, you got to deal with a lot of stuff that you see, that you do, and you have to deal with that when you come home. And then your people are there, they don't understand what you've seen and what you had to do and the stuff you endured. So that's another mental part.
Thank you, John Johnson.
But so yeah, I'm just gonna listen there for the rest of the time. It's loud in this building. But like I said, I'm following you down, man. I'm glad that I'm hearing a lot of people's different perspectives. And they tell me the truth about what they went through because, like I said, man, we all go through something and some go through more than others. I'm going to land my plane. I'll be on here again. Right. So thank you.
And some handle it better. Come on, Monique. I didn't even know she was up here. I just had a blank screen up there. Monique,
I'm just quiet today.
Go ahead, y'all.
I myself,
important phone call.
Let me just say this.
Good.
I myself have never been in a domestic violence situation.
but I grew up in a home with domestic violence. So for me, when I got with my husband and it was finally just us, we had some long talks about what we expected from each other and how we gonna deal with things. That's not to say that it didn't come close, but there was no need. If we're gonna put hands on each other, the one thing that we both agreed was, because we both came from that environment, was that we don't need to be with each other if that's gonna happen. So we've been together on and off, like I said, for 28 years. But in my home, growing up with my parents, that was crazy. But I mean, they don't do enough for women. That's what I land my plane there. But they don't do enough for women. And and now they made it so with this new administration, from what I heard, that they changed a couple of the laws, and they are saying not to take certain domestic violence reports and stuff like that. I don't know how true it is, but that's what I'm hearing now.
The military, you're right, Monique. He was doing that PCAT breath. He's the one.
Yeah, and the other thing is, men and women's relationships are complicated, no matter what it is. I don't know if anybody ever heard this. If you look on YouTube, you get Nikki Giovanni and what's his name, the author James Baldwin, and they had a sit down talk. And she was like, they were discussing each other's roles as man and woman. And she said, you'll go to work every day for that white man and you'll smile and you'll pretend for him. But when you come home, I get the worst of it. Sometimes I just want you to pretend for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to watch it to understand what they're both saying, but it's interesting.
Hey, Miss Monique, I saw that video too. And it was real talk that she put down on.
Yeah, because I think when men forget is that just because, okay, if I stay home doesn't mean I'm not still dealing with pressures. I got a lot of pressures too. You know what I'm saying? And especially if I'm in the work world, the problem is sometimes us women forget what you may go through, and you men forget what we go through. You know what I'm saying? And that's all of it is basic communication. And that's what it is. There's no real communication between men and women. It's always been that way. And, and it's until you learn how to communicate, do you get further. It took me years for me to communicate with him, and I still don't understand him.
Go ahead, Samantha, because Samantha been waiting, because she wanted to rebut a long time ago.
First of all, I just want to say to everyone here, hearing you guys' stories, it takes a lot of courage, and it takes a lot of strength to speak your truth, to speak, what's happened to you. And I really commend you guys for doing that. And I also want to remind you guys, you are not your trauma. Okay, you guys seem to have been through a lot. You are not that trauma. You have risen above that and are doing amazing. Okay, always remember that. I truly mean that. From Lisa, Ralph, everyone who's been through something, hearing y'all stories, it's really heartbreaking, but the fact that you can come out and be better than that, you guys I take my hat off to you guys, truly.
Appreciate the kind word. That's dope. Yeah, but go ahead. Yeah.
But, we're in this time that's a little weird where, like I saw a video today where this girl was talking about serving, her mom used to make her serve dinner for her dad. And she was like, I can't imagine myself doing something like this for a man. And also Sharonda in the comments, sorry. But yes, you too. And, but she was saying, I can't imagine myself doing that for a man. Why not? When we choose our partners, our husbands choose us, we choose our husbands. Why is that so much for you to say, hey, you know what? My husband works 12 hours. Sometimes he works 16 hours. When he comes home, I've told y'all, and I've said this on the live before, when he comes home, I already have his underwear out, his home clothes, his sweatpants or shorts, whatever, a t-shirt. And I try to time dinner so that it's ready by the time he gets home. You know, I'm not unloading my day on him. I'm not, you know, maybe later on I might just, you know, be like, damn, this client got on my nerve today. And I don't know if he's listening to me or not. I kind of don't care at times.